Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve. Each week at this time from Hollywood, California, Kraft presents Harold Peary as The Great Gildersleeve, written by Leonard L. Levinson. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, let me tell you about a conversation I had the other day. A lady I know asked me, why do you speak of parquet margarine as a modern margarine? Well, here's what I said. Parquet is a modern margarine because it's so different from the margarine of a few years back. You see, parquet margarine is made by Kraft, and Kraft is famous for its fine quality, delicious tasting foods. Yes, delicate, appetizing flavor is the big reason why parquet margarine is different. It's grand both for table use and for cooking because it tastes so good. Another reason parquet margarine is different is that it's a reliable, economical source of important vitamin A. Summer and winter, every pound of parquet margarine contains 9,000 units of vitamin A. And that's something every mother and housewife should be glad to know. Besides, parquet margarine is wonderfully wholesome and nutritious. Why, it's one of the best energy foods you can serve. But why not find out how deliciously good this modern margarine is yourself? Tomorrow, ask your dealer for Parquet. P-A-R-K-A-Y. And now let's visit our friend, the Great Gildersleeve.
Good morning, Uncle Mort.
Good morning.
Oh, is that one of your Christmas shirts you're wearing?
Oh, no, Marjorie. And that reminds me. Next year, I hope you're more careful about giving my sizes to Aunt Sylvia. She sent me a 13 shirt and a pair of 17 and a half socks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
But you know Aunt Sylvia.
Yeah.
Why, she still thinks I'm a baby.
Yeah?
She sent me a pound of gumdrops and a Mickey Mouse wristwatch.
Very good.
Oh, Bertie, are you busy?
No, Miss Marge. What can I do?
See if you can sweep up some of the pine needles under the tree. It's shedding like a $19 fur coat.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of coat I got from a gentleman of Queens last Christmas.
Oh, well, that's too bad, Bertie.
Oh, I don't mind so much. The friendship only lasted till the 4th of July, but the bunny coat didn't start to give out until long about Labor Day.
Well, I hope you have better luck with your current boyfriend.
Oh, yes, Mr. Gildersleeve. Current is right. That boy's a real live wire. He done treated me to a course in 10 lessons in rumba dancing.
Well.
Bertie, are you going to learn to rumba?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I've been rumbling for years, Miss Marge. I'm just going to improve my technique.
Yes.
Professor Guadalupe, that's my rumba teacher's name, Stonewall Jackson Guadalupe. He says I'll be a fine rumba dancer just as soon as I learn to put about twice as much energy into half as much work.
Yeah. I can see what he means. What else did you get for Christmas, Bertie, besides this course in the Cuban can-can?
Besides which?
In addition to your rumba coaching.
Oh, well, I received a bottle of the loveliest smelling lavender cologne and a box of the loveliest looking lavender face powder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm at my sunniness in lavender.
Yeah.
Do they match that perfume you had? The last time you saw Harlem?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. This is a new kind called Chattanooga Woo Woo.
Yes.
Or Tuxedo Unction.
Yeah, tuxedo unction.
Well, I guess I better get up these pine needles with the back.
Yeah.
I just came from Piggy Bank's house, and you know what?
No, what?
He just gave me he wants to give me a swell Christmas present.
But, Leroy, Piggy gave you a pair of roller skates for Christmas.
Well, he feels it wasn't enough, so he wants to give me a swell puppy, and boy, is it a cute one.
Well, if it's so cute and swell, Leroy, why is he giving him away?
Because Piggy's father won't let him keep it.
He won't? What's the matter with it?
Oh, nothing's wrong with him. It's Piggy's father. He's got allergics.
Yes.
Sam, it's all right for me to have him, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Is it a very big dog?
Oh, tiny? Say, he's just the right size for this house.
Oh, two-story dog, eh? Yeah.
What kind is he, Leroy?
Oh, a brown with white spots. What do you say, Uncle Mort?
No, I mean, what kind of a dog?
A boy dog. How about it, Uncle?
Well, I've always thought that a dog is a wonderful companion for a young man of your age, Leroy.
Gee, so do I.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here comes more work for me.
No, Bertie, this dog is going to be Leroy's responsibility. You're to take care of him yourself, young man, understand?
You bet.
You better, 'cause I know from experience when a dog comes snooping around the kitchen for a bite, it ain't particular what it takes that bite out of.
Don't worry, Bertie. A dog is good for a boy. Yes, I recall the dog I owned when I was Leroy's age. Good old Hector. I can remember when he was a pup.
What kind of a dog was he, Uncle Mort?
Hector was a pug dog. Yeah. You know, the kind that looks as if it's always standing with its nose against a butcher shop window?
Yeah.
We had great times together, Hector and I. Almost broke my heart when I lost him.
Was he run over, Uncle?
No, Marjorie. He got too big to ride, and I traded him for a bicycle. Yeah. There's nothing like a little canine pal.
Oh.
Oh, goodness to mercy, what's going on in the cellar?
Yes. What can it be?
That? Well, it might be my new dog, Tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I left him in the cellar till I sold you on the idea, Uncle.
Yeah. Oh, I think we better investigate this idea of yours, Leroy. Come on.
Sure, and wait till you see him. He's the cutest pup you ever saw.
Oh, really? Turn on the lights, Leroy. Thanks. Oh, my goodness. He's chewing up all my old clothes.
Here, Tiny, come on away from there. You want to get sick?
What?
Here, Tiny, here, Tiny.
Oh! Get off of me with those dirty paws. Ye gods, look at the size of Tiny. He must be a Great Dane.
Huh? Oh, no, Unc, he's only half Great Dane.
What?
The other half is St. Bernard.
Saint
Oh, boy, look at that dog eat.
Yeah. His idea of heaven is a back porch full of pork chops. Yeah, look at him. The way he goes at it, you think meat grows on trees.
Did we get another 10 pounds, Unc?
Not until I arrange for a wholesale rate at the butcher shop, Leroy. Get down, Tiny, down. Every time he hears me mention butcher shop, whoop, quit licking my face, Tiny. And grab his tail, Leroy, before he knocks me over.
Get down, doggy. Come on.
Yeah, thanks. Say, he's a smart dog. Every time he hears me say B-U-T-C-H-E-R, he wants to go chop shopping. You should have seen us down at the MEAT market.
What happened?
I tried to train him to carry the package home in his mouth.
Didn't it work?
No. Tiny thought it'd be easier to carry it home in his tummy. Well, I guess you can't teach a new dog old tricks.
Say, it's getting cold out here. Let's go inside.
Yes, all right. Yeah, come on, Tiny. You can sit beside the fireplace if you promise not to chew the rug for dessert. Yeah?
Don't keep that door open so long, please, Mr. Gildersleeve. This cold weather's hard on us tropical folks.
That's all right, Bertie. Yeah, come on, Tiny, come on.
Quit sniffing around that icebox, dog.
Tiny, this way. No, keep away from the stove. I guess he's admiring your cooking, Bertie.
Well, he can admire till he's blue in the face, Leroy, but he ain't gonna get none of that there roast. I'm not cooking myself to a shadow over a hot stove for no truck horse of a Great Bernard.
Yes, look at there, Bertie. He loves you.
Get away from me, dog, before I smack you with this skillet.
But he's just playing.
Well, if he takes one step closer, he's gonna be playing a dog harp.
Come on, Tiny. Let's go into the living room.
The living room? You gonna turn that into a kennel?
Oh, no, Bertie, we'll be careful.
Careful, he says. What does 150 pounds of giddy puppy know about being careful?
Now, don't get excited, Bertie. You just take care of the kitchen department. This dog is Leroy's responsibility, and I've got a feeling in my bones. Oh! I shouldn't have mentioned bones. Get him off of me, Leroy. Grab his collar.
Come on, Tiny, this way. Come on, Bertie.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to start training this pup not to jump up and lick you every time you mention F-O-O-D.
How do you do that, Unc?
Well, you make him understand you're the master, Leroy. Look him straight in the eye and say, look out for that ashtray. Oh, his tail brusted off the end table. Sweep it in the fireplace, Leroy, before Bertie sees it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee, be careful, Tiny.
Yes, be careful, Tiny. Your tail will wag the room into a shambles.
Gee, maybe we can teach him to wag his tail up and down instead of from side to side.
I don't think it would work, Leroy.
Why not?
Well, I'm afraid that would go against the grain. Yes. He's not only smart, he's a mimic. Now, come on, Tiny. Lay down like a nice little doggy. Oh, not over there. Keep away from that Christmas tree. Look out. Of all the clumsy, fumble-footed hounds. Get him out of here quickly before he does any more damage.
Yes,
Leroy.
Uncle Mort.
Yeah.
Come on, Tiny. You gotta go out.
Yeah.
Sorry, old man. It'll take him a little while to get accustomed to our furniture, Uncle Mort.
Yes. Yeah. Will the furniture hold out that long? Help me get this tree back on its feet.
Help! Stop that! Come here, somehow! Get away from me!
Oh, now what? Well, I bet I know what it is.
Do something. Quick, please.
Gee, Bertie, what you doing standing in the sink?
It's that dog of yours, Leroy. Look.
Uh-oh.
What did he do?
He just chewed up the roast I had ready for dinner, and now he's drooling at me.
Gee, Uncle, do you think Tiny will be all right out there in his new doghouse all night?
Why not, Leroy? I know I'd welcome a nice, big, comfy, warm piano box if I happen to be a dog. On a night like this, thank goodness I'm not.
But don't you think he'll get lonesome?
Lonesome, not if he keeps howling like that, he won't.
But suppose somebody complains.
Let him complain. I've had a hard day trying to cope with that baby buffalo, and now I'm ready for bed. Yeah. I'll probably have a nightmare in which Tiny takes me for a walk, dragging me along at the end of a leash.
Oh, that'd be awful.
I know it. That's what he did earlier this evening. Well, good night, Leroy.
Gee, I wonder what that can be about at this hour of night.
You guess. Hello? Who? Yes, this is Mr. Gildersleeve. He's one of the neighbors. What dog are you talking about? Oh, that dog, yeah. No, it's my nephew's. No, it isn't my nephew, it's his dog. What? No, I won't take him in the house. I'm training him. Oh, yeah? I'd like to see you. Is that so? Well, you can go there yourself.
Where did he want you to go, Uncle Mort?
It's neither here nor there, Leroy.
Oh, I know where it is.
Get quiet. Let's go to bed now. Oh, why did Alexander Graham Bell have to do this to me? Hello? Look, mister, I've had enough out of you. If you don't stop bothering me, I'm going to call the police. Oh, this is the police. Well, hello, Sergeant. What can I do for you? Oh, sure. I'll be glad to. Right away, Sergeant. Goodbye. Leroy, I've changed my mind about Tiny. You run along outside and bring him in. That'll keep him quiet.
Oh, boy, can I keep him in my room, Uncle Mort?
You didn't think I'd let him sleep with me, did you? Oh, hello, Marjorie.
Hello, Uncle Mort. Look what I found under the rug in my room. 3 bones and an old corset.
Oh, more of Tiny's work.
Yes, he also ate all the flowers I received for Christmas. 2 pairs of silk stockings and almost a pound of my bath salts.
If that dog did that?
Oh, he isn't a dog. He's an ostrich.
Now, my dear, we must have patience.
Oh.
Is that you, Leroy?
Yeah, me and Tiny. I'm going to take him upstairs to my room.
Fine. Good night, Leroy.
Sleep tight, Uncle. Good night, Mort.
Good night.
Good night, my dear. I'm going to bed myself. Oh, my. I feel as tired as last month's lettuce. What's that? Who's there? Who's that under the bed? Is that you, Tiny? Oh, my, we always seem to meet. Oh, stop licking my face. Get out from under that bed, Tiny. Get up from there. No, don't stand up, you moose. Crawl out. Down, Tiny, down. This is the last straw. I'll be doggone if this dog isn't gone tomorrow.
Uncle Mort, are you up?
Of course I'm up. I didn't sleep a wink all night.
How you feeling, Unc?
Terrible. That dog curled up under my bed, and then the bed curled up. He didn't give me a chance to shut an eye.
Did you try counting sheep?
I did, but Tiny kept chasing him around the room.
Gee, that's too bad.
It's all right. We're going to take this poison pup back to Piggy Bank's house today.
But Uncle Mort.
I won't hear a word, Leroy. Oh, I've got a splitting headache from lack of sleep. What time is it, anyway?
Gee, Uncle Mort, it's 11:30 already.
What? Out of my way, Leroy. I've got a 9 o'clock appointment.
I think he's hungry again.
Again? Yes. No wonder Piggy gave him to you. Tiny's appetite is enough to break the banks. In fact, we've got to find someone to palm him off on before he eats us out of house. See who it is, Leroy.
Sure, Unc. Stay we are, Tiny.
Yeah, he will.
It's Judge Hooker. Come on in, Judge.
Well,
Good afternoon, folks. Well, look at the beautiful dog. Christmas present, Leroy?
Yeah, isn't he a humdinger?
Hello there, old boy. How are you, pal, huh? Good old dog, you sweet old pup.
isn't that disgusting?
Oh, don't you pay any attention to him, old boy. My, I wish I had a little puppy like you.
Oh, you do, eh? Well.
Yes. Did I say something wrong?
Better be careful, Judge, or we'll let him take you home.
Why, I'd be tickled to death to have him. How about it, old man? Want to come home with me and bite into a nice big juicy steak? Hey,
Oh, now you've done it.
get this elephant off of me. Cut that out, you. Stop licking my face.
Take your feet off the nice man's shoulders,
Now,
Sandy.
Tiny.
Get me up from here.
Yeah.
Call off your dog,
Drop him
Leroy.
down.
Help!
Help me pull him off the judge, Unc.
Now, let me give you a hand up, Hooker, old chap.
Don't you hooker old chap me, Gildersleeve. That's a dangerous dog you got there.
You're telling me.
He attacked me entirely without provocation.
He had plenty of provocation, Judge. You mentioned S-T-E-A-K.
Yes, Judge. This is a smart dog. You got to spell out F-O-O-D. If you can't pronounce what you're talking about.
Gee whiz, I guess the judge won't take him now, Unc.
Oh, so that was your game, trying to stick me with his hamburger hound. Get away from me, Tiny. I'm glad I caught on in time.
What do you mean you caught on? Why, you couldn't catch on to a hippopotamus with a plunger in each hand.
Oh, I couldn't, huh? Look who's talking. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, the Summerfield version of Dumbo.
Oop. One more ill-bred remark, Judge Hooker, and the governor will be up all night trying to pick your successor.
Go on. I'm not afraid of you, you big gas bag.
Oh.
Just about 97% hot air.
Is that so? Why, you little prehistoric dodo. Say, what's the other 3%?
Pure, unmitigated gall.
Yeah, thanks very much. Why, you little prehistoric dodo? I'm going to pin your ears so far back you'll even look like a jackass.
That's enough. I'm leaving. Goodbye, Leroy.
Are you sure you won't take Tiny, Judge?
I wouldn't have him if you gave me the Mississippi River and threw in your uncle besides. Goodbye, Tiny. And if Gildersleeve doesn't feed you right, bite him.
Yes. Goodbye, Judge. And the next time we meet... Oh, down, Tiny. Wrong kind of meat. Oh, well, I bet he wouldn't have given the dog a good home anyway.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, the Eggman wants his money.
Eggman? Oh, yeah, send him in, Bertie. Hold on to Tiny, Leroy. He probably likes eggs, too. Come right in, sir. How much is the bill this week?
$2.53. That includes the chicken.
What's the matter, Tiny? Don't you like chicken?
Hey, that's a mighty fine-looking dog you got there, Sonny.
Well, I'm beginning to have my doubts.
Oh, yes. Isn't he a fine-looking dog, sir?
Yes.
I suppose you have a nice farm where a dog can romp to its heart's content. Lots to eat, no trouble with the fussy neighbors.
No, ain't had a falling out with the neighbors since, let me see, guess must have been the April of 1912.
Yes.
I remember it as clear as today, because Brian was running for the third time then.
Later, Lum, later. Did I hear you express admiration for this imposing canine of yours?
No, but I
Ours?
certainly like that dog.
Yes, pardon me.
Yes. Reminds me of a hound a friend of mine gave me in 1906. Or was it 1907?
Yes.
No, 1907 was the year of the panic. I got married that year, too. What a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, twere 07. Got the dog for a wedding present.
Yes, a dog makes a wonderful wedding present.
Oh.
I bet you'd like to have one like this to guard your chickens at night.
No, don't need a dog for that.
Huh?
No, I ain't had a hen roost robbery since the summer of 1922. Or was it 19
Come, 22 is good enough for me. Do you think you could use this nice dog?
Why, I certainly could. I need companionship. It gets kind of lonesome for me up at my place. All the children are grown, married, and got kids of their own.
And scattered to the four winds, I suppose.
No, they're all sleeping and eating and fighting up at my place. See, that's why I need companionship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we find that city life is a little too confining for Tiny here.
Yeah.
We're looking for a good home out in the country for him.
You'll take good care of him, won't you, Mr. Eggman?
Of course I will.
Yes, well, here's your money for the eggs. Now, let me get Tiny into your car. Come on, nice doggy.
Gee, Unky wants to stay with you.
He does? Let me see. Oh, I know how we can get him to like you, Mr. Eggman. Suppose you tell me how you dispose of the livestock you raise on your farm.
Why, with the pigs, I smoke ham, skewer bacon, grind sausage.
That's right. Now, you start toward the door. How about the cows?
Oh, make chip beef, smoked tongue, and liver sausage.
Hey,
there, dog, get down off me. I'm an old fella. Here,
keep it up, Mr. Eggman. You made a friend for life. Leroy, open the door.
Goodbye, Tiny old pal.
Don't stop. Head for the car with us. Go on. Certainly peaceful around here since we became dogless. Hand me the newspaper, will you, Marjorie?
Here you are, Uncle.
Thanks. Local beauty to give kisses with each defense bond purchased. Think I'll go downtown tomorrow. I might buy a few bonds for investment purposes, of course. What's this? Marjorie, here's a picture of that dog, Tiny.
Tiny? Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. There can't be two dogs that look that hungry. Listen to this. Has anyone seen this dog? Lost, strayed, or stolen from the home of Cecil P. Upshaw, president of the Summerfield National Bank. A valuable young Saskatchewan moose hound. Reward offered for return. Oh, my goodness. Leroy!
What is it, Uncle Mort?
Look at this paper. That dog is Tiny. We got to get him back to Mr. Upshaw.
Oh, gee, yes, that reward.
Forget the reward. You realize that a lot of people know we had that dog? We've got to return that reindeer spaniel before we're arrested for dog napping.
Yeah? And we better go right out to the Eggman's farm and get him back.
That's right. Get your cap and coat. Where does he live?
I don't know. Do you, Marge?
The Eggman? No, he's been coming here every Thursday for the past 10 years, but he never said where he lived.
Does anybody know his name?
No, I don't.
Neither do I.
Well, come on anyway, Leroy.
Okay, but where are we going?
We'll just have to drag all the chicken coops in the countryside for that bird. The bird. That reminds me. Bertie?
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Do you know where the Eggman lives?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. Where?
On a chicken farm.
I know that, but where? Do you happen to know his name?
Oh, just a second. I think I have it right.
Well, that'll be a little help. Don't forget your overcoat, Leroy.
Oh, I found it, Mr. Gildersleeve. I just looked on the side of the carton of eggs he brought today.
That was using the old bean. What is his name?
His name is Grade A Select.
I never saw such a narrow road in my life.
Oh, look, Uncle Mort. Here comes a load of hay. Make a width.
Okay. I wish there was room for us to pass it. Yeah. All right, bossy. Let us through the pasture, please, bossy.
Look out, Unc. That ain't no bossy. That's a bull.
It is? Oh!
Gee, let's give up, Unc.
Just this one barn, Leroy, then I'm willing to call it quits. Hello in there.
Needn't shout, mister. I'm right here.
Oh, excuse me.
What is it?
We're looking for a man who... Why, it's you.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Eggman.
It
You
is.
remember that dog we gave you this afternoon? That big dog named Tiny?
Sure.
Well, we've got to have it back.
That's right. There's been some mistake.
And now we must return it.
I'm sorry, folks, but I can't do that.
You can't? Why not?
Because that there dog of yourn picked up and run away. That's why.
Oh. Quiet, Leroy. It's after midnight. Try not to wake anybody, including me.
What do you mean, Unc?
I'm practically walking in my sleep.
Oh, my tired. That certainly was one wild goose chase, Uncle Mort.
Yeah, I know it, Leroy, and your poor, tired, weary old uncle apologizes.
Skip it, Unc. It was partly my fault.
Leroy, if we wanted to stand here and blame ourselves, we'd never get to bed. Good night.
Good.
I don't think I'll bother to take my clothes off. Just my overcoat and hat and shoes. Well, I haven't the strength to get the coat off, just the shoes and the hat. Won't hurt me to sleep in my hat for once. Or my shoes. What's that? Great jumping jeeps. Tiny's come home to roost. Well, here we are, Leroy. Come on, Tiny.
Gee, Uncle Mort, Mr. Upshur has a big place, hasn't he?
Yes, very beautiful grounds, too. Just a second, I'll ask this gardener. I say, my good man, where can I find Mr. Cecil P. Upshaw?
Hi, Mr. Upshaw. What can I do for you?
Oh, excuse me. My name is Gildersleeve. I brought a dog that I think is yours. Leroy, bring Tiny here.
Oh, there, Tiny. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Why, it is my dog.
Good.
Oh, thank you very much. Where's he been?
That's too big a subject to go into now, brother. Someday I'm going to write a book about it.
Why, oh, shame on you. What do you mean by running away from home? I'm greatly indebted to you, Mr. Gildersleeve. Please accept my sincerest thanks.
Gee, Unc, no reward.
Quiet, Leroy. I didn't come here for any reward.
Oh, yeah. The reward in the newspapers. If you'll wait where you are, I'll be right back. Come on, boy.
Goodbye, Tiny.
Goodbye, Tiny.
Say, Unc, I wonder what the reward will be.
Huh?
I bet he'll give us a lot of money out of his bank.
Oh, no, Leroy. The most you can ever expect from a bank is a new calendar. I won't be surprised if we get one left over from 1941.
I'm sorry I took so long, Mr. Gildersleeve, but here's your reward.
What?
Here, you come here, boy.
What? Did you mean that after all the trouble we had to bring your blasted big beagle back, you're returning him to us?
Oh, no, this isn't Tiny. This is his sister, Tootsie.
Oh! Get down, Tootsie!
The Great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few minutes. But right now, here's a timely New Year's resolution that's not hard to keep, and that's to cut down your food budget and do it in a very pleasant way. Here's how. Start using tomorrow delicious Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Yes, using Parquet margarine is one sure way to economize on food without sacrificing flavor or food value. You see, Parquet margarine is no ordinary margarine. It's a delicious-tasting modern margarine that's rich in food elements your whole family needs. Yes, you'll like Parquet's delicate, satisfying flavor, whether you use it at the table for pan frying or as a flavor shortening for baking. And you'll appreciate the fact that Parquet margarine is such a nourishing, wholesome energy food and a reliable year-round source of vitamin A. That's why economizing with Parquet margarine is no hardship but a mighty pleasant way to cut down your food budget. So in 1942, resolve to try wholesome, nourishing Parquet margarine, the modern margarine that tastes so good, yet costs so little. But remember, don't just ask for margarine. Ask for Parquet margarine, spelled Parkay.
And so, Marjorie, when we told Mr. Upshaw that we didn't want another dog, he gave us this.
Oh, isn't that a beautiful basket of fruit?
Yeah, it's got just about every kind you ever heard of.
Yes, aren't those grapes luscious?
Oh, and that pineapple. So ripe and ready to eat.
Personally, I like the bananas the best.
Yes. All in all, it's the most beautiful calendar the Summerfield National Bank has ever put out. Happy New Year, folks. Good night.
Original music heard on this program was composed and conducted by William Randolph. This is Jim Bannon speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company and inviting you to be with us again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Kraft presents the Great Gildersleeve. Each week at this time from Hollywood, California, Kraft presents Harold Peary as the Great Gildersleeve, written by Leonard L. Levinson. We'll hear from the Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. But first, times like these call for real thrift. Yes, we must save money to buy defense bonds, to help in any way we can. But we must be careful to economize wisely, especially when we economize on food, because the health and well-being that comes from nourishing food are vitally important, too. That's why delicious Parquet margarine, the modern margarine made by Kraft, is a good thing to know about these days. First, Parquet is so good tasting, your family will want to spread it thick on toast, hot rolls, and bread. And Parquet margarine is an economical source of food values important to a balanced diet. Parquet is a wholesome, nourishing food, one of the best sources of food energy there is. What's more, serving your family Parquet margarine is a dependable way to give them vitamin A, because every pound of Parquet contains 9,000 units of this important vitamin. So why not start serving Parquet margarine tomorrow? It's perfectly delicious for table use and for baking and pan frying, too. Yes, you can economize wisely without sacrificing nourishment or flavor if you use Parquet, spelled P-A-R-K-A-Y. And now let's visit our friend, the Great Gildersleeve.
Here you are, Mr. Gildersleeve. I cut you an extra large portion of roast on account of you must be extra hungry.
Well, why should I be extra hungry, Bertie?
Because you didn't touch your soup or your salad. I know you. You saving up your appetite for the serious victuals, the meat and the potatoes.
Yes, serious, the meat and potatoes. Well, to tell the truth, Bertie, I don't think I'll have any.
You didn't fill up on hot dogs while you was out now, did you?
Why, what a question. As if I would.
Oh, you didn't, did you, Uncle Mort?
Marjorie, do I look like a man who stuffed himself with a lot of sandwiches and soft drinks between meals?
Well, Uncle Mort.
Leroy, I was asking your sister Marjorie.
Well, I can tell soon enough.
Huh?
If you eat your dinner properly, then the suspicions I am positive of now will prove to be completely erroneous, to my total surprise and everlasting amazement.
Now, Bertie, you're a wonderful cook. You've got a right to be proud of your work, but did it ever occur to you that there might be some other reason why I'm not eating my dinner?
Such as, for instance, what?
Well, it's like this. Yes, I've got it. Funny how I almost forgot.
Funny how you just remembered. What is it, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, I suppose I should have told you about this before, but I've gone on a diet.
A diet?
A diet, for heaven's sake.
It was kind of sudden, wasn't it, Unc?
Yes. No. It was one of my New Year resolutions.
But this is the first you've mentioned it, Uncle Mort. New Year's was on Thursday.
Oh, was it? Oh, yes, of course it was. It always comes on Thursday, doesn't it? Oh, no, that's Thanksgiving. Yeah. Well, I've been thinking it over ever since I made this resolution, and I think I'll try it out for, say, a day or so.
Oh, you should try it out longer than that, Uncle Throckmorton.
But suppose he gets hungry.
Well, of course he'll get hungry. That's the purpose of a diet.
Not this one. You see, the real reason that Uncle...
Leroy, remember the old Chinese saying, small boy who talk big seldom get invited to basketball games second time.
Excuse me for standing here with this here plate of food in my hand, but is you on this diet or is you isn't?
I is, Bertie. I am. I'm sorry. It's a delicious-looking dinner, but...
Well, you better take it away, Bertie. We must do all we can to help Uncle Mort keep his resolution.
Yes, but I wish I knew more about this diet business ahead of time. It wouldn't have been necessary to practically ruin a perfectly lovely cow.
Oh, I think it's just grand of you to go on this diet, Uncle.
Huh?
And I'm going to do everything I can to help you stay on it.
Oh, well, isn't that nice of you?
Now, if you can't eat, at least you can smoke.
Smoke? By George, you're right.
And you haven't even started that box of cigars I got you for Christmas.
Oh, yes, them. Where are you going, Marjorie?
Bring you those cigars.
Oh, my goodness, Leroy. I received some horrible Christmas cigars in my day, but these are a new low. It's the first time I've seen cigars made out of cigar coupons.
Well,
Gee, if you don't smoke them, she'll feel bad.
If I do, I'll feel a lot worse. I'm telling you, Leroy, a single whiff from one of those punk perfectos, and back already, my dear.
Here they are, Uncle Mort. Oh, I just can't wait to see your eyes light up when you light up one of these cigars.
It looks like it got a glow, Unc.
Well, to tell the truth, Margie, my dear, I also made a New Year's resolution to curtail my smoking.
Oh, well, in that case, you can cut these in two.
What?
That way they'll last twice as long.
Oh, I better save them, Marjorie. I think I'll give up smoking altogether for the time being.
That was a smart move, Uncle Mort.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll just hide the box so you won't be tempted to take any.
Oh, you needn't do that, my dear. I feel sure that they're strong enough to keep me at a safe distance. I'm strong enough to keep them at a safe distance. Saved by the bell.
Oh, Bertie's busy in the kitchen. I'll get it.
Yeah.
Gee, Unc, aren't you getting pretty deep with those New Year's resolutions?
Well, Leroy, you talk as if I were insincere.
Oh, are you?
Young man, that's neither here nor there.
Well, look who's here. Judge Hooker.
That old buffalo.
See, I hope I haven't come butting into the middle of your dinner, Gildersleeve.
Oh, no. In fact, Uncle Mort isn't having any dinner.
You aren't, Gildy? What's the matter? Sick?
No, I'm not sick.
He's going on a diet, Judge. Isn't that wonderful?
I'd say it is. Why, do you realize that with Gildersleeve here on a diet, this country won't have to worry about a food shortage?
Yeah. Very funny. I'll bet you put on ladies' hats at parties, too.
And not only that, Unc's given up smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Don't you know, old man, that if you don't smoke, you're bound to eat more, and if you go on a diet, you'll naturally smoke a lot? You just can't do both of them at once.
Hey, I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, the ordinary person might not be able to, but Uncle Mort is really a man of iron.
Who, me?
Yes, you're just a little rusty, that's all.
Oh, go on. Gildy couldn't keep a resolution like that any longer than Hitler can keep a promise.
Is that so? Don't judge everybody by the way you judge yourself, Judge. Why, if I wanted to, I could stay on a vegetable diet and keep away from tobacco for a whole week. Yes, and lose 10 pounds, too.
Gildy, it's a good thing for you I'm on the Superior Court bench. Otherwise, I'd make some money betting you couldn't.
Oh, hiding behind your legal gown, eh? Well, it's lucky for you you're not betting.
Why, how much would you put up?
Any amount of money.
$50?
$100. Too bad you're afraid to bet, Judge.
Who's afraid? I'll take you up.
Yeah, but you can't do that. How would it look if anyone found out that a Superior Court judge was gambling?
But this isn't gambling, Gildy.
It's not?
No, this is a sure thing.
That's what you think, Judge. But here's what I'm going to take you to the cleaners.
Then it's a bet, huh?
Yes, sir.
No meats, no sweets and cigars, and 10 pounds off in a week. Is that right?
Right. Shake.
Shake.
Well, this is going to be the easiest $100 I've ever picked up. Don't you think so, Leroy? Don't you think so, Marjorie? Oh, my goodness, I should have gotten odds on this bet. Good morning, Leroy. Good morning, Marjorie. Good morning, Bertie Lee Coggins. Better fix a great big breakfast for me.
What'd you just say, Mr. Gildersleeve?
A lovely day, isn't it? I've got an enormous appetite this morning. You better bring me 3 or 4 scrambled eggs and some bacon. Oh, no. I'm in more of a ham mood this morning.
Whoa there, Mr. Gildersleeve. Haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, yes, of course, some waffles.
No, Uncle Mort. You've forgotten all about your diet.
What? Oh, yes. Well, I've changed my mind about that.
But you can't, Unc. You bet Judge Hooker $100 you'd lose 10 pounds inside a week.
Oh, yes, so I did.
Well, I fixed a real non-fattening breakfast for you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Non-fattening you have? What is it?
A nice big glass of hot water and lemon juice.
Ew. What a sour way to start the day. How did I ever get into this?
But don't you remember, Unc?
Be quiet, Leroy. Never mind breakfast, Bertie. I'm going to drive downtown and get to work.
But I intend using the car this morning, Uncle Mort.
You? What am I supposed to do, walk?
Well, of course. The exercise is going to help you lose that 10 pounds.
It's exercise. But I can't walk all the way downtown, especially on an empty stomach.
Oh, yes, you can, Mr. Gildersleeve. You just keep your coat buttoned and nobody will notice it. That walk down here sure made me hungry. Miss? Miss?
Good morning. Do you wish for some breakfast?
Yes, I want a lot of breakfast. I want half a grapefruit, a baked apple, a breakfast steak, not too small, and some potatoes.
What kind? Hash brown, French fried, or mashed?
Yes.
Yes, which?
Yes, all three. I want some cooked cereal, hot cakes, a pair of eggs, sunny side up, toast and coffee. You got it?
Yes, sir. On the number 2 breakfast?
Yes, on the number 2 breakfast.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but all that doesn't come down on the number 2 breakfast.
Yeah.
You could have it on the number 6 breakfast, except it comes cheap a la carte.
Well, all right, let me have it any way I can get it, just so it's quick. And, miss.
Yes?
Bring me a glass of hot water and lemon juice. Put it down right here in front of me so I can sneer at it.
Yes, sir. Some people.
Uh-huh. Well, I hope she hurries. My stomach feels like an Arizona rain barrel in July.
I'm telling you, for the last time, Irwin, not another dollar until... Hello. What are you doing here, Gildersleeve?
What? Hello, Judge Hooker. Well, I never expected to see you here.
I'll bet you didn't. What are you doing here?
Well, I just dropped in for, let me see. Oh, yes, for a glass of hot water and lemon juice.
Well, Gildersleeve, I want you to meet my brother-in-law, Irwin Pidge.
Who?
Irwin, this is Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
The pleasure's all mine.
Yes, indeed. Well, don't let me detain you. I'll see you soon, Judge.
What are you so nervous about, Gildy, old pal?
Who, me? Oh, I'm not nervous. Not a bit.
Yes, you are. Otherwise, why are you putting salt on your finger?
What? Oh, I thought it was celery.
Oh, you're a case, Gildy. Isn't he, Irwin?
Yeah, he acts as if he's got a guilty conscience. You catch on? Guilty conscience. It is what is known as a play on words.
Yes. We know, Irwin. Say, you are acting rather suspicious, Throckmorton.
Who, me?
Yes, you. You're not trying to cover up something like going off that diet and losing the bet, are you?
Why, Judge Hooker, how can you think of a thing like that?
Excuse me, mister. How'll you have it? Rare, medium, or well done?
Bring me the lemon juice and water. Well done, please.
Oh, but I didn't mean the lemon juice and water. I meant the...
Yes, the toast. Well, I'll have mine rare, yes. Now run along, girl, and tell the chef. Hurry.
Gildersleeve, this looks mighty fishy.
Now, Judge.
I'd like to stick around a while and see just what you have ordered.
And now, Judge.
However, I'd be late for court, so I have to leave.
Now, Judge?
Yeah. Bye, Gildersleeve.
Goodbye, Hooker.
Come on, Irwin. Oh, say, there's an idea.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. I got a job for you, Irwin. Stick around with Gildersleeve here for the next few days.
Now, wait a minute. What's the big idea?
I want Irwin here to see that you stick to the terms of our bet.
But, Judge, don't you trust me?
Well...
Then why waste Irwin's valuable time?
Oh, he hasn't anything else to do, have you, Irwin?
Not until a baseball season starts anyways.
Oh, are you a player?
Nah, but I'm a sort of celebrity in my own right.
Oh.
Hey, did you ever go out to the ballpark and hear the guy who sits over near third base and yells, "Throw that bum out"?
Oh, is that you?
No. I'm the guy what sits in back of him and yells down, "Shut up, you louse!"
Well, you stay around Mr. Gildersleeve for the next few days, Irwin. And remember, if he smokes or goes off his vegetable diet, that means he loses his bet.
Yes.
Okay, Judge, I'll keep my eye on him. You can rest insured.
Yes.
Bye, Gildy. Watch your step now, or that 100 smackers is mine.
Yeah, he's a great guy there, Judge. The salt of the earth. The very salt.
Yes.
Hey, what's so great about the salt of the earth anyways?
So, well, sit down, Irwin. I'll try to explain.
Yeah.
Salt of the earth. You see, in ancient times...
Excuse me, please. Here you are.
Oh, no. That's not for me, lady. This is all for my friend here. All I want is this glass of hot water and lemon juice. Don't I? Pitch in, Irwin.
For me? Say, I'm going to like this job. I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I still don't get it. What's so extra special about the salt of the earth?
Look, Irwin, you followed me around for 2 days, haven't you?
Yeah, 2 days and 2 nights.
And during most of that time, I've tried to explain it to you, haven't I?
Uh-huh.
And you still don't understand, do you?
Uh-uh.
Yes. Well, let's skip it. It's a mere bagatelle.
Oh, that's a good one. What's that?
Well, it's French, and it means, Irwin, wouldn't you be happier in some cozy, warm pool room?
Oh, no, I like being with you. It reminds me of the time I was a deputy sheriff.
Yes. Oh, you were a deputy sheriff. The judge's influence, no doubt.
Yeah. I used it to take prisoners up to the state pen until I had my accident.
Oh, you had an accident. What happened?
Well, one of the prisoners stole my badge and had me locked up. Hey, where you going now, Mr. Gildersleeve?
I'm going right here to the YMCA. I'm thinking of taking some reducing exercises. You want to wait outside?
No, I'll come along with you.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, look, they got a pool table. Oh, maybe I can promote myself for a game, huh?
Yes, Erwin. Maybe you can. You stick around here while I go into the gymnasium.
Hey, say, fellas, how about letting me join you?
All right, class, all right. All together now. A 1, a 2, a right, a left, a shut, the door. A what do you want? 7, 8. Come on, speak up.
I came to see about my weight.
A down, up, a straight, a stoop. Why don't you join our fat men's group?
Now, see here, mister. I'm not that fat, and I didn't come here to be insulted. Goodbye.
A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. You're going out the wrong door.
What do you mean?
Now, fast. The boys, don't dilly-dally. Why, sir, that door leads in the alley.
It does? Well, splendid. Now I can dodge a pest that's been bothering me. A 1, a 2. Goodbye to you. Free at last. Now for the nearest cigar store.
Hey, Mr. Gildersleeve, hey, wait for me.
Oh, jumping jeeps, Erwin.
Say, this is just like being a deputy sheriff again.
Erwin, weren't you playing pool?
With them guys, they was playing for matches.
Yes.
Hey, now tell me, what's with the salt of the earth? What makes it better like the salt of the sea, for instance?
Excuse me, Miss Marge, but I fixed Mr. Gildersleeve's dinner. An imitation porterhouse steak made out of roasted peanuts and dandelion greens. You think he'll eat it?
Oh, I don't know, Bertie. What does it taste like?
Tastes like roasted peanuts and dandelion greens.
Poor Uncle Mort. I think he'd break down and cry if we could slip him a pork chop when that Irwin wasn't looking.
Gee, I wish this whole business was over. Uncle Mort isn't any fun anymore. When he isn't groaning and complaining, he's mad at everybody or trying to tear the telephone book in two.
Well, I tried to get Mr. Gildersleeve to give up that diet of his, but he's stubborner than a balky mule caught in a tar pit on a hot afternoon. Why, that man, there he is now. Everybody take to the cyclone cellars.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, Bertie. How are you, my boy? And Marjorie, you're even more beautiful than usual, my dear.
Uh-oh, something's wrong.
Yeah,
Gee, Uncle, you feel all right?
Yes. Maybe you'd like to rest a while, Uncle Mort.
Nonsense. I never felt better. You know what happened? That Irwin, who's been shadowing me, had to go home. He's got a stomach ache. Yeah, now maybe I can have a decent meal at last.
Well, thank goodness. I just been itching to fix you some nutriment that don't taste like sawdust. Now I can throw that imitation steak and fix you a real good one.
Yeah, that's right. And some biscuits and jam. And a hunk of pie. And hurry up, Bertie.
Yes, sir, I'm going.
Yeah.
I better catch the door on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hurry up, Bertie.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'm going to get you that roast peanut and dandelion green steak right now.
Yeah, Bertie, what do you mean?
We got a visitor, and it's Judge Hooker.
Oh, no.
Oh, hello there, Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
Irwin phoned me. He was too sick to stay with you, so I came right over myself.
Why, Judge?
Because I have a sneaking suspicion that you're responsible for Irwin's stomachache.
Whoa.
Look out, Uncle Mort. Here comes another sled.
Yeah. We better get over to the other side of the road, Leroy. Yeah.
Gee, they got a horse to pull theirs.
Yes, I wish we had.
You getting tired, Unc?
Oh, no, I can... I can go on a while, Leroy.
Oh, boy, I think this is fun.
Yes, you would. But to tell the truth, I don't think I'm going to lose any weight this way unless I freeze it off.
What's the matter, Unc? Cold?
Not any longer, Leroy. I'm numb. I hope I'll be able to get my nose defrosted.
Wait till we get to the top of this hill, Uncle Mort. It'll be keen sliding down.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get to the top, my boy. This sled is a pretty heavy load.
Oh, no, it isn't, Unc.
Oh, yes, it is. How about us two changing places?
But why?
Well, I feel sort of funny sitting on this sled while you pull me all the way up the hill. There you are, waitress. Have you brought everything I ordered?
Yes, sir. Here it is. Cream of mushroom soup.
Good.
Lobster salad. Filet of sole.
Yes, with marjorie sauce.
Chicken a la king.
My favorite fowl.
Baked potatoes.
Big ones, too.
Artichoke.
Artichoke.
And black bottom pie with whipped cream.
Oh, boy. Say, how about the cream corn?
Oh, right here, sir.
At last. For the first time in days, I'll really be able to give my bicuspids a romp. And am I going to make up for all those meals I've been missing? Huh? What's that? Who's there?
Uncle Mort! Uncle Mort, wake up!
What? Where am I?
You're still in bed and it's 9:30 already. Get up, Uncle Mort!
Oh, Leroy, why did you have to knock at that moment? I was just about to have a dream of a dinner.
What's the big box for, Uncle Mort?
Oh, that's a steam cabinet, Marjorie.
What you gonna steam, Unc?
Me. I'm going to lose that 10 pounds if I have to poach myself parboiled.
I'd be careful if I were you, Uncle.
Oh, it's so simple Leroy could operate it.
Gee, can I?
In a moment. Now run along, Marjorie, while we try it out.
All right, but don't try to lose too much at once, Unc.
Yeah.
How much weight have you lost so far, Uncle?
Well, I don't know quite for sure, Leroy. These bathroom scales have such small figures, it's hard to read from where I stand.
Yeah. It's hard to read around a curve, too.
What? What do you mean, Leroy? Oh, yes. Yeah, my chest does get in the way a little.
Why don't you step on the scales now and I'll read the figures?
Oh, a capital idea, Leroy. Careful.
Stand still now.
Huh?
There, it reads 213.
Oh, my goodness. I've taken on weight, not off.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Here, hold my robe, Leroy. I'm getting into this steam box right now. Yeah. Now, please turn that knob on the side, Leroy.
Like this?
Yeah. I can feel the weight dropping off already. Turn it on some more, Leroy.
Okay.
It's foggy, isn't it?
What?
Don't turn it on anymore.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
Don't turn it on anymore.
Oh, more.
Oh! Stop, Leroy. It feels like I'm on fire.
Higher? Okay.
Oh, not higher. Stop it.
Hey, what's the trouble, Unc? What's cooking?
I am. Turn down the steam.
I can't. It's so foggy I can't find the knob.
Open the door and let me out.
Where are they? I can't see anything.
Hurry up, Leroy. I'm roasting. Do something.
Oh, gee whiz, what'll I do? Get a plumber?
No, get a doctor.
I never heard of such foolishness in all my experience.
Yes, Doctor.
A man your size and shape, Gildersleeve, trying to boil himself down to skin and bones.
I did?
And you, Judge Hooker, trying to gamble your friend's health away.
I'm sorry. I never thought it would come to this.
Why, as a result of this foolish wager, Mr. Gildersleeve is not only suffering from malnutrition, nervous exhaustion, and anemia, but also from blisters.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd never made that bet. Would it make you feel any better if I called it off, Gildy, old man?
It wouldn't. That's the nicest thing that's happened to me in a week. And it's mighty sporting of you, Judge Hooker.
That's all
And better rest now, Gildersleeve. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come on, Judge.
right. All right. Goodbye, Throckmorton. I'll phone to find out how you're getting along.
Yeah, thanks, Judge. Goodbye, Doc.
Goodbye.
Leroy,
Yes, Uncle Mort? How are you feeling?
much better. The judge just canceled our bet.
Gee, that means you saved $100.
Yes. But I still can't understand why I gained weight. I dieted and exercised. I didn't smoke. And yet I went up from 225 when I began to 230 now.
Oh, no, Unc. No, you don't weigh 230. I said 213.
What? You mean I lost 12 pounds? Where's that Judge Hooker? Wait till I get my hands on that little welcher. I'll kill him.
The Great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few minutes. But first, these days it's more important than ever to know the facts about the foods you buy. So here are a few facts about parquet margarine, made by Kraft, so you can judge its goodness yourself. First, parquet margarine is a wholesome vegetable margarine, made of refined American vegetable oils that are highly nutritious and rich in energy value. These oils give parquet margarine its wholesome nourishment and make it one of the best energy foods you can serve. Another thing, parquet margarine is a reliable year-round source of vitamin A. Now, that's important. It means that summer and winter, there are always 9,000 units of vitamin A in every pound of parquet, and never less. As for parquet margarine's flavor, one taste will tell you how delicate and appetizing it is. Kraft, of course, is famous for fine-tasting foods, and parquet is no exception. Yes, thousands of housewives have found that parquet is the margarine with the delicious flavor, grand for table use and for cooking, because it tastes so downright good. Now, nourishing and good tasting as parquet margarine is, it's economical, too. So surely you should try it. Tomorrow, ask for parquet margarine. Just say parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y.
Uncle Mort, I'm so glad you've given up all those nasty old resolutions.
Yes, so am I, Marjorie.
Now, I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, surprise? You have? Well, I love surprises.
All right. Close your eyes.
Like this?
Yes. Now, open your mouth.
Like that?
Yes. Now, close it again.
What's this?
One of the cigars I gave you for Christmas. Now you can smoke as many as you want.
Isn't that dandy? Good night, folks.
Original music heard on this program was composed and conducted by William Randolph. This is Jim Bannon speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company and inviting you to be with us again next week at this same time for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve. This is the National Broadcasting Company.